Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I've got a super glittery set to show you. So as you can see, it combines a lot of glitter. We have some nude, some white gel polish, and as you can probably also tell, recently I completely fell in love with my 3D or 4D carving gels that I have, and I've been using it non-stop. So right now I'm showing you quickly the gel polishes that I'll be using, starting off with the nude, which is from the company called Finalizing, and it's in the shade 51. Then we've got this gorgeous shade 11302 from the company called Cloud Beauty, and it's just this gorgeous, almost like pinky reddy, I don't know what, I don't know how to explain this color because it's definitely got pinks in it, but it's not like a neon pink at the same time. I'm not sure, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it, and I picked that color because it was the closest color to the glitter I'll be using. I showed you guys the white gel polish, which was from Makartt, and here is that 4D carving gel that I'll be using. I normally say 3D because it ends up being a 3D kind of thing, but they've called it a 4D on their packaging. So that's kind of what I'll be using. I'm going in with a base coat, and I don't really know what happened in this set, but for some reason I didn't actually buff my surface. I'm not too sure why, whether I was just being lazy or what was going on there, but I didn't do it. So if you are selling press-on nails or if you're doing a client, please try and always buff your nails because it would just make sure that it just kind of prevents chipping, and it's just a good way to prep the nails pretty much. So I'm not sure what happened there. I won't be selling this set in particular. Whenever I get orders for sets, I never sell the ones I've already made on videos. That makes sense. They kind of stay for me and I recreate the set. So I will for sure be buffing the press-on nails when I get an order. So yeah, don't worry guys, I don't know what really happened there. So the whole set has gone into the lamp now, and I'm going in with that gorgeous pink, and I'm applying the whole colour basically on the index finger and the ring finger, and we are not going to cure it just yet. So I decided to put some glitter on it, so we're going to basically sugar those nails. If you do want to make sure that there will be no kind of sheerness, it will be a very good idea to apply 2 coats of that gorgeous pink. So we're applying one now. I'd recommend to pop it into the lamp, and then the second layer of gel, don't cure, and then put the glitter on. But in today's video, I decided to just go ahead straight away and put the glitter on. And I do have to say that looking at the set right now, there are every so often very tiny little areas where it does appear slightly sheer, so that is one way to just avoid it. But just for the purposes of today's video, I just went in with one. It took me hours to film, so I'm sure I was trying to cut corners in this one in particular. I don't know why it took me so long. It doesn't actually feel like such a complicated set, so I'm not too sure what was going on with me that day, but there's that one there done, all sugared, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And like I mentioned before, you can tell that the glitter is as close to the gel polish as possible. It's still not ideal, but is as close as I basically could have got it based on my gel polish collection and what kind of colours I have. So it's always a really good shout. I mean, I've never actually tried to use a different colour gel polish to the glitter, so I am curious how that would end up looking. But I'm sure not ideal. So there's that one now, gorgeously coated with that beautiful glitter. I absolutely love that glitter. I love that little shine it has to it. And I believe the whole set went into the lamp, and if not, it will be going in a moment, because now we are applying our nude. And the nude we are applying on all the rest of those nails, the thumb, the middle finger, and the pinky. And this is one of my most favourite nude when it comes to the darker shades of nudes. So if you watch me, you definitely know that Finalizing shade 51 is my favourite dark nude. And if you're looking for like the perfect light nude, kind of more like a skin tone kind of nude, it's from the company called Cloud Beauty in the shade N17, I believe. So those are my 2 absolute favourites. So in today's video, we are using one of those. And as you can probably tell as well, I am running out, so I do have to keep nudging my bottle and trying to scrape up the very, very, very last little bits. So I will have to be restocking that one soon. But just applying, I love how their consistency just levels out so easily. So it just feels like a very easy gel polish to work with because it levels out really nicely and I don't have to worry about it later. So that's what it's looking like. Went into the lamp, and now we are applying our second coat of the nude. So same thing, it's going to be applied across all of those nails, of course just the nude ones. And then once we're happy with that, we're going to pop the set into the lamp. And then once it's out of the lamp, we'll be able to start working on our nail art. So this set in particular, I wouldn't say is difficult. As long as you know how to work with your 3D or 4D carving gels, you will be just perfect for this. This set just kind of combines a lot of lines that I'm sure anyone can do with just a nail art brush. It has some dotting, which you just do with a dotting tool, so you don't have to worry about perfecting your dots, because if you have a dotting tool, they always pretty much come out perfect. But it is just those flowers that you probably somewhat have to be okay with. So hopefully you guys are, if you are recreating this, and if you do recreate it, don't forget to tag me. I absolutely love seeing you guys recreate these. And yeah. So now that the set has gone out of the lamp, we are now going in with that nail art. So I'm starting off with the thumb, and I'm doing a diagonal line starting from the bottom of the nail, going to the other side of the nail, to the top, that even makes any sense. So this is the line I made, and I believe I went quickly off camera to perfect it and make it as symmetrical going all the way around. And now I'm going in with my dotting tool, and I'm applying those dots on the bottom part of that line, just following the line going up. So that's the kind of vibe I was going for. And then once it gets cured and we apply some matte top coat on later, we'll be able to sugar that nail as well. So as you can see, I literally fell in love with this glitter, and I just kind of wanted to combine it as much as possible in the sets, which I feel like I definitely have been able to achieve. So now we are basically doing the exact same thing for the pinky now. So we are doing that line going across the nail, and then as well with the dotting tool as well, we're going to do those dots quickly. And same thing, we're also going to sugar that nail later. So if you guys are also a massive fan of glitters, I absolutely love nail art, and it would be my biggest dream to actually have my own nail store. Not necessarily selling press-on nails, although I'll always be hosting them on my websites at all times, but I would love to sell nail products. So I am looking into starting off a glittery kind of nail business at the start, and I would later like to branch out. But glitter has been a massive thing for me sometimes, and I feel like it's a perfect thing I'd love to get into. So I have ordered some inventory, and I will be rebranding my whole website completely, and there'll be just a lot happening. So I will be starting vlogging now. I have actually started a few clips here and there now, just kind of documenting the journey, documenting what's happening in the kind of behind the scenes kind of thing. And hopefully you guys will be able to see a bit more of my face soon and what's happening in the background whenever I get stock in, whenever I'm updating my website, everything that's happening. I just really want to document it, not just for myself, but also for you guys, so you guys know what's happening. And I'd love to also look back one day and be like, oh, I remember those days where I was here and here, now I'm here. So yeah, that's kind of my plan at the moment. I hope you guys are really on board. If at all you guys are not, please let me know, and if you don't want to see any of those vlogs, because if that's the case, I would be happy to just go ahead and create another channel where I will be posting those. But going back to the video, the nails have been cured. I applied some matte top coat, but they haven't been in the lamp just yet. And we're now working on that middle finger. And as you can see, I just did some weird lines. I kind of marked where I want my the start and end of my lines to be, and I just connected those. So we've got this zigzag kind of thing going on. And I'm also applying those dots, just like we applied for the thumb and the pinky. So that's what we're doing, and then once we're happy, the whole set is going into the lamp, so pretty much all of those nails will be almost done. The thumb and the pinky still need a quick sugaring, and the middle finger needs some flowers and also a little bit of sugar. So that's what the set is looking like. Oh, it's alright, okay. That was such a smooth transition that it looked like nothing happened, but it actually went into the lamp, apparently. So there we go, me applying some matte top coat. We're going to pop that bad boy into the lamp. There we go, that's what that one's looking like. We're going to pop it into the lamp, and in the meantime, we're going to work on the thumb and the pinky. And just like I mentioned, we're going to do like that sugary effect. So with that last little bit of nude that we have left, the clear area at the bottom of the nail, we're going to do a line following those dots again. We're going to fill it in, and then we're just going to apply some sugar. So you want to make sure that you apply your matte top coat before you do this, because otherwise the gel polishes normally leave a super tacky layer, and the glitters are just going to get stuck. You're going to waste a lot of your glitter, a lot of your time as well, and it will just be a big mess. So I definitely learnt it the hard way. So this is now definitely something I do. You don't always have to matte top coat. You can also glossy top coat if you'd like. I have before tried to also, rather than top coating, just wipe off the tacky layers. It doesn't feel like it always works. It always feels like there's some residue left. There's always an area where the glitter ends up getting stuck to. So it's just something I don't really do anymore. Don't like doing. It's just a massive mess and hassle. There's me tapping that one away, and that's what that one's looking like before it goes into the lamp. And we are doing that exact same thing for the pinky as well. With the pinky, you want to be a bit more careful just because it's such a small area to work in, and you've already got a bit of nail art on there. It was quite hard for me to make sure I don't touch the white dots with the pink gel polish, so I would recommend being a bit more cautious, not too quick on that nail, just to make sure it looks all nice and perfect. And then same thing, we're just going to coat the nail with that gorgeous glitter. And then we are able to continue with that middle finger, and now will be the last finger pretty much that we need to work on before the whole set is done. So we still have a bit of work on that finger. We still need to apply those 3D flowers and also some sugaring as well. So that one getting tapped away. The set is going into the lamp, and now it's time for the middle finger. So I'm going in with my Makartt rhinestone glue gel. And I am popping into two areas where I want to pop a neon crystal that I have, where that will be basically the middle part of the flower. So I decided to pop one on the left hand side and one on the right hand side. The one on the right hand side is right at the top, and the one on the left hand side is more at the bottom. So here are those neon crystals. I've had them for quite some time. I think I have used them in previous videos, but they haven't been very much loved. So I'm happy that I was able to use them in today's video. So just popping them on, and make sure also when you're popping them on, you're leaving enough space around the crystal so that you're able to create those petals. Because I felt like in my previous set when I was doing this, I felt like sometimes I was putting the crystals a bit too close to those white lines that I've already created, and then the petals will end up going around the lines already created. So it's almost like it's pointless in putting those lines there if you're going to cover them up with petals. So as you can see, just the standard practice for me with the 3D flowers. I just scoop some up with a dotting tool onto my I always say palm. It's not my palm. Is it my palm? No, it's not my palm. It's like the top bit of my hand. I don't even know what it's called, but I've noticed in my previous videos I've been calling it a palm. It's not my palm. But just popping it there, creating a little circle with my finger, and then like a little ball, and then just placing it exactly where I want it to be. If you're not too experienced, it would be probably advised if you do one little circle at a time, place it down, then push it into a petal, and repeat that process, because I feel like I've kind of got very used to this now, and I feel like I know what I'm doing, even though sometimes it does flop a little bit. But I feel like if you're a beginner, it might be quite nice to just do one, see how it goes, and then add the other one, because sometimes you might end up doing too big of balls, and then when you go in to push them down into a petal, it might just overflood everywhere and just not be nice. So that's what I recommend. Here are my little balls, and I'm going in with my silicone tool, and I am just pressing down the balls, creating little flowers. And yeah, it's probably the most satisfying bit for me when doing these flowers, is the moment I get to actually push them into those petals and then see the final results. It's got to be my favorite. But once those flowers are done, we are still basically due to do some sugaring, and you'll probably be quite interested in what I do, because the nail looks quite full already. I don't know what got into me in deciding to sugar. I do feel like the sugaring has added a bit of a nice effect to it in a way, because there is a lot of white going on that nail and not too much pink, and the whole set is very much pink. So I feel like the way I ended up deciding to sugar it was quite interesting, but very needed. I'm so happy that I decided to do that for sure. So yeah, and also if you ask at all, the reason I keep going off camera with my hands is actually I'm dipping my silicone tool into some nail cleaner. So I like to do that as a little trick. It makes sure that your tool doesn't get stuck inside of that 3D, 4D carving gel, which is amazing. And I've noticed that whenever it becomes dry, it gets very sticky, and it's just not a good look. It doesn't end up being so easy to work with. So if you are having those kind of issues, then that will be a nice thing to kind of look into and see if that helps you out at all. But here I'm showing you guys those finished flowers. The whole set has gone into the lamp, it's back out, and here is what I decided to do with the sugaring, and just a little hint of sugar in there. Just a bit of glitter just to make sure that it kind of fits in with the rest of the set. So I did that line, and in a moment I'll show you the other finger that I did in the previous set, where I felt like the other finger was better, so after showing you the finger, I then went in and I just fixed up the nail I just did now for you. And so it's a bit more basically the same as the other one, and I just felt like I didn't like that the lung kind of ended mid. If you can see here, also had to place it in a different place because I didn't think it through, and my flower was basically running away, so that's what I did. And I just ended up dragging down that sugar right to the basically to hit the white line, if that makes sense. So right to the end, and so that it just doesn't end just randomly in the middle. And this is the final result. So I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.